I got invited to Anthony Costa's birthday party. Yeah. I met him twice and I got invited and I was so excited and I didn't go because my mum made me have dinner at their house. I was so annoyed. I was staring at my mum going, "You're a fucking bitch. I could be at Anthony Costa's birthday party right now.
I could be living the dream." Good afternoon. I'm here with Jack Whitehall. How are you, Jack?
Very good, thanks.
Let's talk about your life.
Yeah.
You grew up as part of the acting mafia, I guess.
Yeah.
Your father was an agent for a spy, Judi Dench. Colin Firth, as we know, a gay man from the 60s whose boyfriend died in a car accident.
Yeah.
Threw a man through a window.
He went through a lot of tough stuff.
And Richard Griffiths, who was a detective, a chef detective.
How did that work?
It was a good cover. It was good long cover. You have a sister, Moly, who hacks into your Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Creates salacious gossip about you getting off with Princess Eugenie. How was growing up?
That didn't happen.
How was that growing up? Is Eugenie the fit one or the other one?
The fit one.
No, that's fine. How was it growing up in that kind of environment?
It was really, really tough. It's a bit like, have you seen that film Angela's Ashes?
I have. It's just misery on misery.
It was basically like that. We had one of those tin baths that my mum had to fill up with a
in front of the fire.
Kettle in front of the fire.
Every second Sunday.
An outdoor toilet.
Wow.
We had to. We had a whippet that we had to kill one Christmas because there was no other food in the house. We had to eat the whippet.
It's a means to an end, I guess.
Yeah, it's really sad.
And your schooling life, desolate, barren, Herodian school in Barnes. Robert Pattinson went there. No one heard a word from him.
No, he didn't do anything.
My brothers and sisters went there. Who else went to the Herodian? Daniel Craig's daughter.
I didn't actually go to the Herodian.
Did you not go to the Herodian?
No, that's one of the lies on the Wikipedia page.
Oh my God.
I went to his other school, Tower House.
Just like Piers Morgan, my research is utterly dreadful. So this whole Robert Pattinson...
No, I did go to school with Robert Pattinson.
Okay.
I went to a school called Tower House, and it had like 10 people per year at the school.
Wow.
It was a really small school, but at that school it had Robert Pattinson, and then 5 years above Robert Pattinson, Tom Hardy.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
Bane, whatever
and
the vampire's
Twilight
called.
Man. Cullen.
Cullen, yeah.
I was pretending then I haven't seen it. I've watched all of those films, crying.
What advice would you give to your old schoolmate? You know, after his girlfriend was found on the casting couch, I guess.
I don't know. I didn't think that guy's a very good director. Not that that's the worst element of the story.
No.
But I think if you're going to sleep with the director, sleep with like Sam Mendes or something, because then you're going to get good films. Yeah, exactly. Sleep with Mike Lee. Yeah.
Imagine. He's all about the improv.
Imagine having sex with Mike Lee. It would last for hours.
To get a part. Nothing would happen for ages. and someone would die at the end.
Yeah.
But you managed to claw your way out of that.
Yeah, clawed.
And found yourself, you took a gap year, and you didn't kind of like go to Bali or fuck it or whatever it's called. You went to Edinburgh and did stand up, and it became successful. And then you got a job on Big Brother's Little Brother. Hey. So I'm kind of.
You're basically swirling my porridge.
I'm custard cousins.
Custard cousins.
We are kind of custard cousins in a way. We're with Brian Dowling.
Brian
How
Dowling.
does that feel?
Oh, amazing! I tell you what though, the most fun I've ever had on any job was doing Big Brother.
It's great fun.
It was amazing.
So I feel like I'm looking through the looking glass at the moment. Maybe in years to come, you've got the beard.
Yeah, you got the beard.
I may too have a DVD of my first stand-up DVD, which is this one.
There's no Big Brother stories in it though.
Is there not?
I'm trying to think what the weirdest. When I did Big Brother, right, it's back when I was trying not to be posh.
Right.
Because I was worried about people hating me for being posh.
Did you used to put on a fake accent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on Big Brother's Big Mouth, the first series,
Yeah.
I did. There's still an element of, yeah, you're right, yeah, welcome to Big Brother. My name's Jack Whitehall. We're going to be talking about what's going on in the house.
Yeah.
And like,
did it work?
It's just like, it was awful. Like, it was like me, like I did there, doing an impression of Mickey Flanagan. and like, everyone saw through it. It was not good.
And you do League of Their Own?
League of Their Own, yeah, I do
That's
that.
the one with James Corden and another ex-Big Brother, Big Mouth presenter.
Oh, yeah, James.
Bloody
James
hell.
got me the gig on Big Brother's Big Mouth.
Did he?
Because I did a tour support for him and he liked me, and then he called up the producer and said, have a look at Jack. And I went in and I did a run-through in a room full of...
For producers?
Just producers and stuff. It was really weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to audition.
You didn't even have to...
Well, they were in a spot of bother because Emma was pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
They needed someone to cover in case of
You're the go-to guy when someone gets pregnant.
Yeah, exactly.
McCall is always getting pregnant, so I'd watch out for that £1 million drop.
This is true.
And Sarah Beanie, I think she spends her whole life pregnant. So if you're good at like house shit, that might be the next port of call for you.
I'm quite good at house shit. George Lamb's probably got the Davina corner sewn up there. I imagine that George Lamb circles that like a hawk.
Yeah.
You know.
You could go a bit George Lamb. You've got long hair, but you need to prep up.
Does that mean I have to dress like a cunt?
I didn't say it. In my first ever Edinburgh show, I did a routine where I sort of was being like jovially accused George Lamb of being a rapist.
As you do. In the jovial sense.
In the jovial way.
Yeah.
It was obviously not true, but I did call him a rapist, and I met him subsequently and was really worried that it had got back to him. But the whole joke was that I was making up rumours about him to try and get his jobs.
What do you talk about in this DVD? What are your... Do you plan what your... how much of it is scripted?
Well, you build it up. I built up the show over the course of like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And it's got lots of stuff about leaving home and my relationship with my mum and dad and stuff. But there's some other stories that I picked up along the way.
Is it like when a band gets signed and they have to do their debut album and they literally spunk all their songs on the first album, and then once that's out, they're completely spent?
The difficult second album.
Second album. How are you into the difficult second album territory yet?
Yeah, no, I've got to start writing it. It's fucking annoying. But every time something happens in your life now, you just think,
Brilliant.
can that be used?
Yeah.
All tragedy.
You've got like a mental Instagram. You kind of...
Yes. Yeah, and you take it.
Got sepia tone shots of meals and shit, and cats looking at TVs.
The midget. There's a midget story in there about a dwarf, which is a true story about a dwarf I knew.
Do you know what the difference is between a dwarf and a midget?
You can call them dwarves. You can't call them midgets.
Ah.
I think that's
the general rule of acceptance.
But foreheads. Always look for the foreheads. That's where the key. I look a bit like the dwarf on Seven Dwarfs on Channel 4, the gay one.
The gay, you're a gay dwarf lookalike.
A child at a party told me I looked like a gay dwarf.
Why was that child watching it?
I don't know. Like I say, child, like old enough to be watching.
Maybe it was just a dwarf and another dwarf, and you got confused.
Thought I was a colleague. That's so. Why do
you're my dwarf mate's boyfriend, though.
No one is ever going to be like, oh yeah, thanks for calling me the. It's like when someone came up to me in a pub and I was talking to a couple of my mates, and he came up and he went, "You look like a fat Jack Whitehall." I was like, "What the fuck? Didn't say that." And I had a woman come up to me in King's Cross Station, and she asked me for an autograph, and I signed it, and I gave it to her, and she was putting it back into her bag. So just to be nice, I went, "Well, thanks for your support." She went, "It's not for me, it's for my daughter. I find you rather egregious."
Egregious?
I had to fucking Google it to get offended.
I've got a question for you. I'd like to tell me about Edward Livingston Learmonth.
Oh yeah, this is my idea.
Yeah.
Because this is the story, like we need a sad story. Basically, he was a friend of mine when we were little, and I touched his willy in the bath, and I was never allowed to see him again.
What? Why were you in a bath with Edward Livingston Learmonth?
We were like 8.
Oh, he's not like an old man?
No, he's an old friend. We had a bath together, and I touched his willy, and then we didn't see each other again. And it's my fault, and I wish I hadn't, because we were really good friends.
How old was he at the time?
He was 8.
Oh, he was 8 as well. My God,
like
I thought there was some like lord gentry that had like
it's
been.
Not Jimmy Savile. It's just like really sweet. It was like a really sweet little.
Oh, was it an accidental kind of brush of the shaft, or was it a conscious grab of the balls?
No, it wasn't like a grab. It wasn't like an aggressive grab. It was like.
You were just being curious. Oh, I see. You were boinging his cock.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's about the saddest story I have.
Poor Edward. Wonder what Edward's doing now.
He's probably all right. I think probably
probably
the trauma
scarred him.
of me.
Send him. He'll probably have a wank over this.
Oh no.
Well, I think we should apologise to Edward.
I'm sorry, Edward. I didn't mean to. But that's a good noise, isn't it?
It isn't. It's like you get a ruler off the school desk.
His cock was shatterproof.
It must have been erect as well to make that noise. But that's something for a different interview. Thank you, Jack. It's been a pleasure.
Very nice to talk to you.
Can I have this? I'm going to go and watch
It's yours. And yours if you want to buy it.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
That was good. That was good.